Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host, Justin P, and my two MVP co hosts, Miss Shannon Finch and Super Dave, the mailman, aka David Woods. This is episode 124 for the regular YouTube channel. And for the audio version, for those who can't tune in live for whatever reason, you're working, you're driving, you can listen to us via audio. The links are right there below in the description. We're basically on all the audio platforms. And right underneath that is myself, Shannon, and Dave's social media platforms. Like I said, I have everything. Dave, Facebook, IG, Shannon, Facebook, IG, and Twitter. So y'all can follow us there. If y'all got some things y'all feel like we should talk about, hit us up in the DMs, so we can put it together and include it in the show. Sorry about yesterday. We had some technical difficulties. Stream y'all be tripping, so that's why we said we owe y'all a show. We're gonna do it today on this lovely Friday. We didn't want to go over with Thursday night football going on, so we're gonna do it tonight when there's not as many, games and stuff on. So we're gonna do our preview. We're gonna start with our coaching matchup like we did yesterday. Some of y'all might have already heard it, so we won't probably go too deep into it. We'll just give brief answers and we can keep everything going. So our coaching matchup: John Harbaugh, Antonio Pierce, Shannon, floor is yours.
I'm John Harbaugh. Just explaining it so long, I'm gonna give it to him. I like AP. First year truly being a head coach, but I'll give that to John Harbaugh.
Well said and agreed. Go ahead, Dave.
Let's go Harbaugh. John Harbaugh. Antonio Pierce is one of the best up and coming coaches in the NFL. Did a great job last season taking over a train wreck of a team that Josh McDaniels left. Doing a good enough job to earn himself a full time head coaching job. Even though the Raiders finished up 4-5 in the games he coached, you could see a clear shift in effort and performance by the players. But this is varsity versus JV. John Harbaugh's a system of longevity. Harbaugh's been a staple of this organization since 2008. Going to his 16th year, Harbaugh's led the Ravens to 172 wins, including playoffs, which is third most wins in the NFL and is the most in franchise history. So let's go, Baltimore.
Yeah, everything y'all just said. I ain't gonna be too long with this John Harbaugh. Like I said, Super Bowl champion. The right now I'm the second longest tenured coach besides Tomlin. Now that Pete Carroll and Belichick and those guys are moving on. It's no brainer. Antonio Pierce, I think he will be a good head coach in this league, but it's gonna take some time, and he did some good things like you said last year. But it's John Harbaugh, and it's a landslide. All right, Todd Monken and Luke Getzey, offensive coordinators. Who got the edge? Go, Shannon.
I'll give it to Todd Monken.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
I also like the Ravens on this one. I'm glad Tom Monken is back and we didn't lose him out to one of these teams that needed a head coach because that would have hurt us. Monken has had our offense six in the league. He's helped Lamar Jackson develop more and help keep our rushing attack at the top of the league. For the Raiders, Luke Getsy, he's with the Bears last year. Kind of a mixed bag, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. So give me Monken in this one.
Yeah, it's Todd Drunken Monken for sure. Like his experience. Only problem with him, we gotta keep him off the bar sometimes a little bit before too long. We shit creep because he likes beers. He said it in previous interviews. Yeah, I like to have me a couple beers. Yeah, we know that. That's why Kirby's not trying to have you out there no more because all the players you don't drink with all the players. But anyway,
You gotta
uh,
keep it loose.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you can be call it anyway. I mean, I'm all for having fun, but fuck that. Like, yeah, but it's definitely top market for sure. He got the pieces. So only got the alleys over there for us, right in the tight ends. That's it. All right, the defensive coordinators. It's the last of the coaching matchup. Patrick Graham and Zach Orr. Who has that, Shannon?
I'll give it to the Raiders DC just off experience alone. It's Zach Orr's first season being a defensive coordinator. And what I will say about Orr is just people, Ravens fans, let's just give him a little bit of grace. I know a lot of people were talking about Mike McDaniel and missing him and things like that, but let's not forget when he first came, it wasn't all peaches and cream either. So let's give Zach Orr some grace. He'll get it figured out.
Oh, well said, Shannon, and also agree. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this one even. Like I said, when it comes to Zach Orr, even though last week when we lost to the refs, I mean the Chiefs, I think Zach Orr did a good job going against the top dog in the first game. He definitely held his own, got good pressure, had some nice calls, but a couple of blown coverages, even though Hamilton did own up to saying that, he missed his assignment. And Patrick Graham, he's done a good job for the Raiders. He took over 2022 from week 9 to week 18. The Raiders actually led the NFL in points allowed the least. So for coordinators, I'm gonna call this one even.
I'm gonna go give the slight edge to Zach Orr because he had, like I said yesterday, he has the talent. I mean, I know Patrick Graham has experience, but at the end of the day, it's still players' league. I mean, don't get me wrong, coaching does matter to an extent, but all the great coaches will tell you the players still have to make plays. So Zach Orr has much talent right now, so we could do slight edge to him. All right, that's like we're
Mhm.
done with coaching. Let's go to position. Quarterbacks. This ain't gonna take long. Two-time MVP Lamar Jackson and fan favorite Garner Mustache Minshew.
Lamar.
Dave.
Yeah, gonna say Lamar, two-time MVP, Gardner Minshew, career journeyman. But I'm gonna give him his little props though. I mean, he beat us last year with the Colts, but give me Lamar. Like Lamar's gonna remember that.
For sure, it's Axon Jackson. It's not even close. Gardner is a serviceable guy. But we talking about a guy that's on the trajectory to be an all-time great. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Sheen Ali, Zamir White, Amir Abdullah. I forgot that one running back again. But anyway, who has the edge?
I'm going to say the Ravens. I mean, you have Derrick Henry in your group. That's going to make anybody's group better. And I like Justice Hill. I like what he was able to do last week, even though certain situations we were kind of questioning why he was in. But I think he did a good enough job for what they asked of him. So I'll give that to the Ravens.
Well said. Go ahead, Dave.
Starting at running back for the Ravens, number 22, Derrick Henry, the king. His stiff arms are neck breakers. I like what I saw last week from Henry. I know we live in a fantasy football world, so when you look at the box score, you see 13 carries, 46 yards. It might not look like much, but he showed some power ball when we did them, running over them, running over them again. He had some nice runs. So I like what I see from the King and Justice Hill, like you said, Shannon did a good job. He made some plays out the backfield, got some first downs. That's what we need him to do. He played his role well. And for the Raiders, Amir White, he's already fighting for a starting job. Alexander Madison is on his heels. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. So but give me the Ravens, give me the King.
Yeah, it's the Ravens. It's a landslide because Alexander Hamilton, Dale Dula, and Zamir White all put together still make a third of Derrick Henry. So, and then you factor in what Justice Hill can do, catch up the backfield. It's a landslide Ravens. So,
Hmm.
Right.
then Pat Ricard too because he's in that group too. So uh,
Yeah.
receivers, tight ends. Zay, Bateman, Aguilar, the twin towers at tight end. And you got Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Michael Meyer, Brock Bowers. Who has the edge, Shannon, receivers and tight ends?
I'm gonna say Ravens. Because we have two tight ends that could, I still think likely could be a starter on somebody else's team if he was on another team. We have two starters at tight end. We know what Zay Flowers can do. I still feel like we haven't yet seen everything Bateman can do, but we saw, some splashes of that last week. I mean, of course, they have Devontae Adams, and he's better than a lot of wide receivers in the league. But I like our collective better than theirs.
Go ahead. Well said, Shannon. Go ahead, David.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one. The Ravens, let's start off with Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, he's picking up from where he left off last season. He had the best rookie season in franchise history. So last week, 6 catches. I'll take that. Mark Andrews had a top three tight end in the game. You know how he's top three. He was double teamed almost every time he went out for a pass last week. So that's why he didn't get a chance to do anything. But you know what? that left Isaiah Likely open. I was saying, in a couple of our preseason shows, this could be the next Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. And like you said, Shannon, how about Rashad Bateman with that big clutch catch with 20 seconds left? So, and for the Raiders, Devontae Adams, he's still a top 10 receiver. I just don't think it's the right system for him. He's a great player. So, and Jacoby Myers, he's good. Brock Bowers, the first round pick, 13th overall. He's a weapon. He had 6 catches last week himself as his first game as a pro. Michael Mayer's pretty good. Trey Turner, slot receiver. But give me the Ravens. Come on now. We got the playmakers this year.
Although they do have the best receiver in the league, but overall we have more weapons. Like I said, the 2 tight ends, Bateman, and then Devontae Walker when we get him started. But I'm gonna give the slight edge to the Ravens because of that, because they're more flexible weapons. But Devontae is definitely the truth, and the fact that he has gone to Minshew throwing to him, that kind of hurts them a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a slight. I'm talking about slight edge, because that's how good Devontae is. Offensive lines, Colton Miller. Shit, I forgot who else the hell they had on the offensive line. Let me look at their depth chart. Seriously, I mean, I follow other teams, but not as much. But hold on, no need to worry. That's what you got to follow for. Oh, yep, with Colton Miller, Cody Whitehead, didn't know they had Andre James, Dylan Parham, and Thayer Marquette Jr. That's their whole line. That's Fire Leahy, Patrick McCarry, Tyler Lindenbaum, Andrew Voorhees, Ronnie Stanley. Who has the edge in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball, Sean?
1 week in, I don't know if I can say anybody has the edge. I think it's pretty much even. Neither one was really good last week. Both got a lot of work to do, and both will have their hands full this week.
Well said. Go ahead, David.
I'm gonna call this one even. I mean, I woke up from a bad dream the last couple days. It was called a legal formation, number 79 offense, and it happened more than once.
Yeah.
So both teams, like you said, they got some work to do. I looked in PFF, and they said the Raiders were 19th overall, and the Ravens was 25th overall. Ronnie Stanley, Patrick McCarry, and Roger Rosengarten, they really struggled in pass protection last week against the Chiefs. Daniel Falele, he did as well. I mean, I need you to move your feet a little bit better than that. I mean, being 380 pounds don't mean nothing if you can't, move. Like he was getting blown past. And he went up against the best D tackle in the league and Chris Jones. I mean, come on, I need better than that. And the Raiders, they had a tough time giving Minshew time to throw. Minshew was running for his life all day last week. He got sacked 3 times. So I'm gonna call this one even.
Yeah, everything I said is very, 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 very bad. I'm gonna give a slight edge to the Ravens line because they didn't really gel together and stuff like that. So I think now with another week they'll be a little bit better. Plus you still got Lindenbaugh, Stanley, 2 staples. So I'm gonna give just a very slight edge to the offense. Time to flip it over to the defense. The D line and Terry D line, they're 4-3 with 3-4. So Terry D line and the Raiders D line, Matt BK, Broderick, Travis Jones, Michael Pierce, Brett Irvin, guys like that. And then you got Max Crosby, John Jenkins, Christian Wilkins, and Janarius Robinson from Florida State. So who has the edge on the defensive line, Shannon?
Now, this one was pretty tough for me to call because Max Crosby, I mean, we know how much of a great game record he can be. And I feel like they did a good job against the Chargers last week up until the fourth quarter. I mean, you run a ball that way, you're going to weigh a lot of teams down. And when I look at the Ravens, I feel like our front as a whole has the ability to make it a long day for Minshew and can limit the run as well. And because like Max Crosby is really what made me say I have to call this even almost because I can make an argument for both sides, and picking one over the other is kind of it could be a little disrespectful to the people on those front lines who I really do have a lot of respect for. So I'm gonna call it even.
That's a good point. So what I'm saying, go ahead, Dave.
Hey, great minds think alike, Shannon. I'm with you on that one. I'm gonna call it even. I feel exactly how you felt. You know, you can make an argument for both sides. Well, I'm gonna start with the Ravens. His name is Namdi. Namdi Matabike. Don't call me Justin no more. It's Namdi. And he looked like his all pro self last week. And how about Travis Jones breaking bones, pushing a pile back, and getting a hand on Mahomes to disrupt the throw to lead to the pick by Roquan Smith? So Travis Jones, I mean, look, I'm watching him. Like I like what I see so far. He was getting in that backfield, and Odafe Owe and David Ajabo applied big time pressure, and they both did a good job against the run. Now, but like we said, for the Raiders, Max Crosby is a defensive player of the year candidate, an elite player on, and one of the best in the game. The Ravens have got to slow him down because he has the potential to single-handedly ruin the game. Just do that 14 and a half sacks last year. So Harbaugh, you better send back up. You better help poor Ronnie Stanley or Bakari to keep Crosby away from Lamar. And Christian Wilkins, the $110 million man, he's a dog too. So I'm gonna call this one even. There's a lot of talent on both sides.
Yeah, it's definitely even. Like I said, Christian Wilkins just as dominant as Justin Metabike. Max Crosby's better than Owe and David Ajabo. Like if they had Chandler Jones, I definitely would say the Raiders for sure. But yeah, it's definitely even because like I said, Michael Paris, he's playing pretty well with Travis Jones. But yeah, both defensive interior defensive line is good, so definitely. I'm going linebackers, the off-ball linebackers. Guys that stand up, not the edge guys. The edge guys we included them in the D line. I'm glad you did that, David. Gonna stop the Raiders. Devon Diablo, he's pretty fast. Robert Spillane, a former Steeler. Don't know much about Luke Madison, but he's a Sam linebacker. For us, we got Roquan, Trenton Smith, Malik Harrison, Chris Ward, Josh Ross, all those guys. So who has the edge at the stand-up linebacker?
I'm gonna say Ravens. I mean, Roquan is one of the arguably the best middle linebacker in the league. I feel like and there's no disrespect to Harrison, but I want to see more Trenton Simpson on the field because I guess again, as we talked about since the game last year against the Steelers, you can just see him pop off the screen at times. Um, yeah, I'm just going to give it to the Ravens. I think they're a little bit more deeper in that area.
I'm sad. No, I agree. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, this is the Ravens all day. Come on, Roquan Smith. Ravens linebackers are superior. Roquan Smith's the closest thing that you're going to get to Ray Lewis. He's been the unquestioned leader of our defense since he first got here. Let's talk about his new right hand man. Great job by Trenton Simpson to tip that pass by Mahomes. If Mahomes didn't make that great play and catch his own pass, we get that ball on the Chiefs 40. And instead of having to drive 90 yards, which was an excellent job by QB1, running that 2-minute drill to get down the field to almost complete the comeback, a way to be there, Simpson. He made some nice tackles, was physical stuff in the run. And I agree with you. I need to see more Simpson and less Malik Harrison because he was getting destroyed at pass coverage. Rasheed Rice, any time that he was on Harrison, first off, I don't even know why Harrison is guarding Rasheed Rice. He
We
got
talked about that.
killed every time. So and for the linebackers, they got a nice group. They got some nice athletes. The Devon Diablo, Robert Spillane, Luke Masterson. Spillane is a really good underrated player. He led them in tackles last year with 148 and had 3.5 sacks. So but it's good. It's good talent on both sides. But give me the Ravens. Roquan, we got the best in the game. Come on.
Well said, Dave. Yeah, it's a Ravens. Like I said, Roquan, All-Pro, Trenton Simpson. He's gonna be a hell of a player. Malik, I think he'll be okay because he was just used wrong. We had him covering receivers. He's a big Russian, but overall, overall he's gonna be pretty good though. No, don't have him. My bad. Sorry about that. Secondary, corners and safeties together. Let me go look at the depth chart. They got Jack Jones, Marcus Epps, Trayvon Mulrig, Jacorian Bennett, Nate Hobbs. Yeah, that's their starters. Marcus Williams, Kyle Hamilton, Eddie Jackson, and Darius Washington, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Brandon Stevens. Who has the edge in the back end, Chad?
Oh, the Ravens. We talked about how deep our secondary is, as well as our offensive line. We was talking about the 53-man roster. But yeah, no question for me. I mean, you have, I keep saying this, like arguably the best safety duo in the league. I still feel like Marlon Humphrey, it can be Marlon Humphrey, even though some people feel like he didn't lost it. I haven't given up on Marlon yet. Brandon Stevens, we know what he can do, and like I said, we have the depth. I mean, even though Nate Wiggins is going to miss the game on Sunday, we know what he adds to that secondary as well. So I'm going to go Ravens on that one.
Okay. All right, my bad, Dave. I sent you the one from yesterday. My bad. That's why you couldn't get it. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, come on, Baltimore. Give me the secondary. Give me the Ravens. The Ravens, they have an excellent starting secondary. I'll take Marlon Humphrey and I'll take Brandon Stevens anytime, against any starters. But Humphrey's still a top 10 corner and when he's healthy. Last year he wasn't healthy. He had a foot surgery, he's in and out the lineup. So, but I think that he's going to come back and, hey, let me tell you who I am. So, but and Nate Wiggins, he did a good job in his first game as a rookie, and I hope he gets back. He got in a car accident. We just heard, like Shannon just said, so he's going to miss the game. Hope he gets speedy recovery. Hope he come back healthy. Hope you okay. And for the Raiders, they got a young group led by Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett. I see a long day for them in the future, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Lamar's gonna be out there like, okay, yeah. I think they looking like barbecue chicken right now. So give me the Ravens. And my bad, for the safeties, we didn't do safeties. Ravens got the best safety 10, huh?
Man, we put them
Yeah, my
all
bad.
together. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ravens got the best safety tandem in the league. Kyle Hamilton, number 2 in PFF coming into the season. Marcus Williams still a top 10 safety. And Hamilton, the first team All Pro. For the Raiders, they got Trevor Mooring. He's solid. He's had a good career so far, but at times he's been inconsistent. Marcus Epps, he's all right. He's average at best. Their safeties look like they're gettable. So I see some middle of the field shots by our playmakers this week. So, but give me Baltimore on this one.
Yeah, it's the Ravens. It's just, like I said, all the names I mentioned, I ain't going to go into it because y'all already did a great job. Just the Ravens. More depth, better players, more experience. That's it. All right, we're going to do special teams, and then we're going to go to a couple of topics we got. So, Justin Tucker, Stout, Nick Moore, Hardy. They got DJ Johnson, all those guys, and I forgot who the hell was their kicker. I'm just looking at them.
Daniel Carlson.
Daniel Carlson. Yeah. Who has the edge of special teams? Man?
I'll go Ravens. I mean, people think that Justin Tucker lost it as well, but I haven't given up faith on Justin Tucker. I just feel like let's get the ball a little bit closer so he's not having to kick 50+ yard field goals every other game. Stout, that was a draft pick that some people didn't like, but I feel like he's done great in that position. We didn't get much in a return game last week. Hopefully that can be better this week. But anytime you have a Hall of Famer like Justin Tucker and your special teams, you're going to be better than a lot of teams.
Well said, Shannon. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Baltimore. Justin Tucker, he's missed a couple of them here and there, but even though he's missed a couple, he still has the number 1 all-time leading percentage. So give me the GOAT, Raven.
The Ravens, just for everything y'all said. I mean, I can't top that. All right. So, very first actual topic. Do you guys think Derrick Henry will have a breakout game this Sunday? What was yours, Shannon?
I think he will. I would just say let's not make it complicated. As I mentioned on the show on Tuesday, sometimes you got to run the ball even when it's not working just to keep a defense honest. That first drive of the game last week made you feel like yeah, he's going to be involved. And then as the game went on, we're looking like, why is Derrick Henry on the sideline? So I do. I think that we can't keep having Lamar carry the ball like he did last week. Um, it's not a recipe for success. So I just say run the ball and wear them down. Like that's what happened with the Chargers. That was a close game for majority of that game until the Chargers just wore them down. And that's what the Ravens need to do. Come in with the mindset of weighing them down and not trying to be too cute.
Well said, Shannon. I'm good, Dave.
I'm expecting a monster game on Sunday from Derrick Henry. We went up against a tough defense last week against the Chiefs. I think the Raiders have a good defense, but not a good offense, which should lead to more possessions for the Ravens. I'm expecting the Ravens to be up by a wide margin, so I think Derrick Henry will run wild over the Raiders. Derrick Henry's going to be like the chef serving up touchdowns. Let's go, Henry.
Well said, Dave. Yeah, I think so. I think this week he's going to get definitely a nice share of carries, at least 20 or more, because because of the backlash that Harbaugh and Muffins were getting. So I think
Hmm.
it's going to be a good game for sure. Because like I said, he's eager and he's ready, and like I said, we held him after. All right. Second one. Do you guys think Mark Andrews will have a breakout game at this disappointing performance week one? Go ahead, Shannon.
Now, I don't know if Mark tweaked something when he had his car accident or if it's just a matter of him being rusty because after the car accident, he didn't practice for about 2 to 3 weeks. He didn't practice until the week before we were about to play the Chiefs. So that could have played a part into, what we saw. And something else I heard on the radio was someone making a point that he didn't even look good pass blocking or run blocking, just blocking in general. So what it made me think about was is he at a point where he might not be trusting his ankle. When we did see him targeted, though what it was like 2 times, he just didn't look like himself. So I have high hopes of Mark Andrews. I'm not writing him off either. I think the coaches will try to get him looks early, like same like with Derrick Henry, just because they know that he didn't have the game that we may have hoped for. But I will say with that, don't force the people because we do have likely. So if it's looking like Mark Andrews ain't got it, let's go to the other one. But I won't write him off. I think it's possible. It just depends on where his head is mentally because I know how a lot of guys say how tough it is. That's the hurdle when you're coming back from an injury. So if he gets out of his head, yes, I think that he can be the Mark Andrews that we know.
Well said, Shannon. Go ahead, Dave.
Mark Andrews is gonna be fine. It's the first game. We played the Chiefs, and one thing you gotta get the Chiefs, they got probably the best defensive coordinator in the game, Steve Spagnuolo. He just took Mark Andrews away. Like when every time we watched Mark Andrews go out for a pass, he was double teamed. There's a guy right in front and a guy over top. That was a smart strategy, but we had to counter. Isaiah Likely had the career game. Likely's really made his presence known. Now we're going with that two tight end. I like the two tight end. Like this is really going to expand the passing game. Like it's going to be some big games this year. But defenses had to pay attention to Likely. Now that's going to free Andrews up. If you want to double team him, that's not going to work. So you gotta respect Likely now. That's going to free Andrews up. This is going to be a big game for Andrews. I see 7 catches. He's going to get 100 yards, and he's going to get in the paint this week. And he's going to make it look easy. It's going to be money in the bank at the bank. It's going to be all right.
Everything y'all said, I made some great points. I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll have a nice ball. He had a couple of days to rest with the with the extra days since we played on Thursday. So I think that'll at least get him back in a good little feel. So I think he'll definitely have more than one catch for 14 yards. I think he'll at least get 4 or 5 catches, 60, 70 yards for sure. And, we'll talk about that when we go on our style lines. But yeah, I think for sure he'll have
All right.
Mhm.
all right, next topic, Dave. Spin it a little bit since it already happened. What do you guys think about John Harbaugh going for 2 point conversion, had likely touchdown stood? And if he's put in the same position this week, do you think he'll make the same call again? Go ahead, Shannon.
I didn't like it. As I was watching the game and I saw him put up the 2 fingers, I was like, kick the daggone field goal. But all through the week, you hear different perspectives of people saying whether they liked it or not, and I understand where those are coming from who said they like the idea of going for two. Feeling like you're on the road, win or lose, don't go to overtime. They thought it was gutsy, they thought it was aggressive. But to me, I'm like, just take the extra point and let's go because our offense was clicking at that point. So why not go for a round two? The defense had even turned it around as the game was going on. So for me, I'm like, kick the field goal and let's go to overtime. Because my thing with going for two is if you don't get it, then we lose the game. So I didn't like it. And if he's put in that position again, do I think he would do it? Yes, because that's just John Harbaugh. I think that he would. He doesn't care what people think about the decisions he make. So yeah, I think that if he was put in that situation again, he would definitely go for two or try to.
You ain't lying, Shannon. Go ahead, David.
I love it. Lamar Jackson just drove the field 90 yards in less than 2 minutes. He just missed a few passes to win the game. I mean, so close. He put on a clinic first session free. You gotta love John Harbaugh. You lay your cards on the table, play to win. Like Lamar just drove down the field, like start from the 10. He missed that little pass to Zay. Come on now. And then likely he just came down with, he got the big toe. I mean, go for it. Like you roll it. Like the Chiefs defense, they was tired. We were doing whatever we wanted. So, I'd have gave like at that point with our hot offense that hot, win the game. Let's not even give Mahomes a chance to even get the ball.
Uh, David, I feel that, but I have to agree with Shannon because you can't everything hinging on that. So you just like I said, if you don't get it, it's a where's OT. You had yourself multiple opportunities. The defense can get a pick six, strip sack, fumble. You can score an offense. You can run back, kick return. You just give yourself more chances when probably versus coming out. You're on the 2 yard line, so you don't have a whole lot of space to work with. Yes, but to stop somebody on the 2 yard line, that don't take a whole lot of energy. So, it's just like you got to give yourself more opportunities to win the game, not just hinge it on the 2 point conversion. So, then like I said, say we get it, they call it penalty, then push it back, then what? So it's just a lot of stuff that goes into it. But
and we were facing one of the better defensive coordinators in the league. Like that wasn't going to be a gimme either.
Exactly, because and you just made my point, Shannon. He wasn't just going to let us just walk in and tired or not. But you gotta give your team more chances to win a game.
I just don't want to give Mahomes a chance at all, especially in Arrowhead.
You gotta play defense at some point. I hate when people say that shit. That shit burns me up. Well, you gonna have to play defense on them. It's not make it take it. So
But if they score a touchdown, they win the game.
Then stop them. It's that simple. Like what?
I don't even want to give a chance. Just pat.
You got it.
And that's playing scary in that sense.
Thank you, Shane.
That's why I said play to win. Like let's go for two. Let's get them out of here.
But if your logic is
not guaranteed to get
just drove down the field.
They don't match.
And that's even more reason for me to go to overtime.
So we was guaranteed to get the 2 point conversion because we drove down the field. That's what you're telling me. If you with a straight face, you're telling me that.
I'm just saying, with the offense that hot, the offense was hot. They didn't stop us at all.
Was it a guarantee? What you're saying is cool. I feel everything you're saying, but was it a guarantee? Was it 100% sure that we were going to get it?
No, I mean, I'm good either way. I mean, we could have went and tied it, but I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, I was cool with it at that time.
Fine. You can be cool with it. All I'm at, just answer the question: was it 100% chance we get it? That's all I ask. Yes,
no, it's not 100.
That's all.
It's not 100.
He's scared of Pat Mahomes. It's okay. He's scared of Pat Mahomes. It's okay.
Yeah. And pray for him. And Arrowhead.
We're going to have a little friendly debate, so hey, that's why we're so tight.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, it's good. Like I said, everything that y'all said, I agree with too. Like I said, if we were winning in overtime, I'm fine with that. But I was cool with the decision. Like, I'm just saying because the offense, only because we had the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was ugly get down there, if we had to fight for everything, then I'd be like, nah, kick it. But the way we just drove, man, hey. But like I said, I'm good either way.
All right, closing down to the end. Then we're gonna do our over under stat lines. We're gonna go Lamar. I'm gonna go 210 passing, and well, I'm gonna do combined because you know you're Lamar. So I'm gonna do a total of 275 combined passing and rushing. However y'all break it up is on y'all. Over under, Shannon.
275. I'll say
That's a good number.
a little over. Eh, I'll I'll say right about there because I feel like if
How
we
you
play
gonna
the game plan,
how you
because
gonna
I feel like he's not. I feel like Derrick Henry's going to be more involved this game, so it's going to be less
yeah.
opportunities for Lamar to run. So I can
Mhm.
see it being 275 because I can see him going for 75 yards at least. That's just he can break off some big
Right.
runs and end up having 75 and can throw for 200. So I would say at 275.
So you think it's gonna be that 200 and 75 on the ground?
Yeah, I think that's feasible.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I'm going over on this one. Big game for Lamar. Like I said, and the way he's running, first of all, he looks a lot faster than he did last year. I mean, come on, man, he got another gear this year. So when him breaking runs, I think he's going to break some 50-yard runs this year. I can already see it. So I'm going over. I think about 80 yards rushing, and he's going to he's going to get Andrews involved. He's going to keep putting up big numbers every week throwing. So I'm gonna give him about 310.
I'm with you on that, Dave. 310 because he had 400 basically. And then change this week. The rushing yards is going to decrease a little bit, but I still think the Raiders secondary is in the spread. He's still throwing for at least 260. So I'm gonna give him 260 in the air and 50 on the ground. Couple 10-yard runs, just to keep everything honest. So yeah, I'm gonna go over with 310. Derrick Henry. We're gonna start with 100. It's only have 40. 100 yards rushing over under, family.
Um, I'm gonna go under. I'll say he'll do about 90.
Okay. Wait, Dave.
Oh, I'm going over. Big game for Henry. This about I'm gonna give him about 115. Two
I like
touchdowns.
that. I'm gonna go slightly over what you had, Dave, for 120. I'm saying 2 touchdowns. All right, Zay Flowers, 60 yards receiver over under. Good shot.
All them targets he had last week, he only had 37 yards.
Yeah.
Um, I would say over and say 65.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Dave.
I'm going over. Give me 75.
I'm gonna go over two and go 75 as well because, like I said, the Chiefs got a better defensive coordinator, better defensive structure. So yeah, first game online was still, I think this week with the time, a little extra time, I think they will clean some stuff up. So I'm gonna go 75 as well. We're gonna go Rashad Bateman, 25 yards receiver over under.
Um, I'll say over and I'll say about 35 yards. I mean, I think that him and Lamar still got to work on that chemistry. But he can still break off a couple of big yardage situations here and there. And if not, he can get a couple of yards. I'll say a little bit over. Not, I mean, it's tough to say. Like I just want him and Lamar to get on the same page because he could be everything we're asking for from other guys.
Boy, Dave.
I'm gonna say a little bit under. I'm just gonna say he got 24 yards just cause I don't know. Like I hope he sees this and I hope he gets motivated. and goes over 25 yards. Because like I said, 1 or 2 catches. So
I'm gonna give him 40 and be nice. I think he gonna get like 3 10-yard, well, 4 10-yard catches. 40 yards for sure, baby. Our last one, I'm gonna do Likely and Andrews combined, and we're gonna switch to defense. 130 yards for Andrew and Likely combined. However you split it, 80, 50, 65, whatever. 130 yards receiving for Andrews and Likely combined. Go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, you said 135?
he said 130.
130.
Yeah.
I'll say about over 150. And I'll say about 70, 80
Okay, go ahead,
between
Dave.
the two.
I agree with you. 150. That's the number I had. I think Andrews gets 100. He's gonna have a big game. I still think likely he'll be around 50.
I'm gonna go slightly over. I'm gonna go Andrews 85. I'm gonna go Likely 60, so like 140. Total team sacks. Let's start the line at 2. Over under, Sean.
I'll say over and say 3.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, we gonna get Minshew this week. Like I said, he beat us last year, and the Raiders' offensive line looked horrible against the Chargers. We almost got Mahomes quite a few times last week. We just missed him, and Minshew's not no Mahomes. So I think big game. I'm gonna get 6 sacks. We gonna put it. We're gonna put something. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get some sacks this week.
I agree with Dave. I'm gonna go over and go 4. We're gonna go 4 because the Raiders don't have the Chiefs' offensive scheme where they get the ball out quick and stuff like that. And the Chiefs have a pretty good O line. We still was getting pressure. And with this new makeshift Raiders line, I think, and at home with the crowd, yeah, we're definitely gonna get them at least 4 times. All
They're
right.
not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop Nandi.
Nah, I ain't gonna stop now. No matter big game. I hate saying that, but I'm gonna respect them and go and call them that.
Hold up. Give me a quick second. Hold on.
Sure.
All right, my bad, y'all.
We get over. I said, Shayla ready?
She about to be ready, but I had to tell somebody something else.
Okay.
Somebody about to drop. I got a family member that got COVID, and somebody about to bring them some medicine. Yeah, they stay in my basement trying to get their stuff together.
I'm so
sorry. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Hope they all right.
She should be all right.
I can get well soon. Trenton Simpson, Roquan Smith, total tackles. Let's go with 20 over under.
I'll go under. I'll say 12. Roquan maybe 7. Trenton maybe 5.
Okay. 7, damn. Okay.
Because I was thinking high last week and it wasn't what I was thinking. So it's only week
That's
2.
cheap
Like we still working.
But I feel you. I can respect that.
Yeah, we're still working through some things.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna say a little bit under. I'm gonna say 18.
I'm gonna go 21. I'm gonna go 11 for Roquan, 10 for he's gonna play a lot more. Just, yeah, Chuck Smith said he's fighting for him, so he's gonna play a lot more. All right, last one. Then we're gonna go down 3 keys to victory. Total team interceptions. We'll go with 2 over under. Go ahead, Shannon.
Say that. Oh, team interceptions.
Yeah, defense, yeah.
And what was the line? What you said?
2.
I'll say 2 at the line. 2. We'll get 2.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna go over. I think we're gonna get 3, y'all. Well, we gonna get the ball this time.
I'm gonna go over 2 because that's like I said, pressure in the crowd. I think we'll get 3. I think Mark Hamilton will get 1. I think Eddie Jackson will get 1, and then Nate might. No, he ain't playing. It's a card today. I ain't even know that about that till October. Well, I hope he recovers soon. I think Brandon Stevens get 1, so that's the 3 right there. All right, we're down to our 3 keys to victory. So go ahead, Shannon. You know yours with me.
Better offensive line play. A lot of what we do offensively is going to be based on what they can do up front. And I feel like they can be better. And I feel like they might. I mean, it's going to be tough. We talked about their defensive line, so it'll be another good test. But let's play better up front because that starts everything offensively. Defense, knowing your assignments. With what happened last week, we could clearly tell it was some sort of miscommunication going on. Like you said, you have linebackers sick and wide receivers. Marlon Humphrey thinking somebody's behind them and they're not. Like it was, we could just go on and on with all the missed assignments that we saw. And Zach Orr took a lot of accountability for that, and I appreciate that from him and from Kyle Hamilton because a lot of guys don't do that. And lastly, run the ball. Like I said, I don't care if it doesn't look like it's effective. You have to run the ball to keep the defense honest, and that's a way that you can wear them down later in a game to break off big runs like Dolphins did last week. So those are my 3: better offensive line play, defense know your assignment, and run the ball. Bless you.
Shannon, bless you, Dave.
Thank you. My bad. That was a big sneeze right there. I was like, whoa.
Can't control that. It is what it is. Go ahead, Dave. Your 3 keys.
All right. Number 1, defense. Show everyone why you are elite. You the best in the game. It's showtime. Come on. Let's go, defense. Number 2, offensive line has got to improve. Let's keep Lamar clean so he can make plays. Let's open up some holes for Derrick Henry in the running game. And number 3, limit the penalties. Ronnie Stanley and the rest of the line, get lined up right. These penalties were drive killers. So that's my 3.
Mine's always stay the same because it's like I said, everything. Because if we do these, it's because we did the things that y'all saying. Protect the football offense. That's most. Can't score if you turn the football away. Take the football away in defense. And again, score more touchdowns and field goals. Like I said, Tuck should be kicking like 1, maybe 2 field goals at the most. Yeah, so that's like I said, my 3 keys gonna always stay the same. All right, our last segment, and we're gonna get up out of here. Our score prediction: who's gonna win the game, and how much? Go ahead, Shannon.
I got 28-12 Ravens.
Okay, I like it. Smacking them off. Go ahead, David.
Ravens, we're going to blow them out. Ravens 40, Las Vegas 13. Money in the bank at the bank.
Yeah, we're going to be pissed off and getting them purple jerseys on, so we definitely going to, we definitely going to put on the show. I'm going Ravens. I'm going to go 38, Raiders 10. We won by 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams getting a late something in the game. Yeah. All right, that's we had the last part of the show. We're gonna do our last remarks, and we're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead, Shannon.
I wish people would stop getting into accidents with our Ravens players. I'm joking, but I'm serious. I didn't know that Kyle Van Noy also had gotten a car accident because they were talking about that on the radio, and they said it's the third. Exactly, I didn't even know that. They said it was Nate was the third.
They got into a car accident. Y'all said something.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so they said that Nate was the third one. And I'm like, goodness, where are y'all getting an accident all at the same places? And I almost know it's like, what's going on? Like, stop it. Everybody slow down, put your seatbelt on. We need our guys up there on Sunday because now we're going to be without the Rook. Harbaugh really didn't say too much about what was wrong with Nate, but I think it was on the website or somewhere, but it was a neck injury. So I don't know if he had whiplash. I don't know how serious it was. Glad he's okay. But yeah, stop hitting out guys.
Well said. Go ahead, David.
All right. Man, I just want to give a recipe shout out. I lost a lot of people this summer. These are two people. They used to like our show. They used to always, just encourage me and like support us. So, but I want to recipe shout out to my aunt Teresa Rylands and my cousin Robert Ruffin. They really like this show, and they encouraged me to, hey, you should do sports talk. Look into it. So, yeah. But yeah, I just want to say rest in peace. My fam. Yeah.
Oh man, well said,
Mhm.
David. Me, it's like I said, we got to get on the win column. We're 0-1 team right now, so we can't play around one. If we play around one, that's how you get beat. Well, outside the game, be too close for comfort, like Brian Bill, too close for comfort. Excuse me. Brian Bill used to say when you play teams that are bad, beat them up, get out of there. Beat them up, get out of there. That's what we gotta do. Don't give them no.
Mhm.
Still, do have some players that can make things different. Monte Adams, two good tight ends, Max Crosby, like I said. So we do what we supposed to do. This game should be over by third quarter. But all I'm gonna say is y'all enjoy the college games and stuff like that. We'll be back here Tuesday. No matter the outcome. So y'all have a great weekend. Be safe. Love y'all guys. I'll be at the game Sunday, so I'll be there trying to cheer. And support the guys. I know what I'm about to say. Make sure y'all trade. Talk Ravens all day, every day. Me, your host Justin P, and the two people who make this thing go, Shannon and Super Dave, the mailman. Like the show wouldn't be as good without them. I'm just being completely honest. I definitely
Appreciate that.
I
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Justin.
It's love is
My
love.
God. My God, all day.
So we'll see y'all Tuesday for the recap. Then Thursday, when Dave comes on for the preview of the game versus the Cowboys. Y'all have a great weekend. We out.
All
Good
right.
night,